Hello and welcome. My name is T. Mari, and this is Madison's Children. I want to talk to you today about what everyone should be talking about, and that is the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Uh, this incident happened on August 25th, 2020, and Kyle Rittenhouse, age 17, defended his life from three adults. His attackers were Joseph Rosenbaum, age 36, Anthony Hubbard, age 26, and Gage Tisserix, age 27. I've watched the trial since the beginning, and this young man did nothing wrong. He fought for his life against these three adults attacking a minor, and now shamefully he has to fight for his life again in our judicial system. This never should have gone this far. The prosecutor, Thomas Binger, tampered with evidence when he gave a smaller video of unclear resolution to the jurors instead of the larger 11.2 one that he held within the state. He gave a small 3.6. This is just one of the many shady actions that this prosecution has done during the trial. Of all the charges that was filed against Kyle, the only one that he should have been found guilty for was one that was dropped by the judge, and that was possession of a firearm by a minor in the state of Wisconsin. People have been lining up outside the courthouse before the jury went into deliberation, wearing Black Lives Matter jackets, which makes no sense at all because of the four men involved. They're all white. It had nothing to do with the riot itself. It was just punks being punks, and attacking children. They saw one they thought was weaker and thought they were going to make him pay for just being there. However, though, two days prior to the Rittenhouse, Jacob Blake was shot up to 7 times in the back by police on August 23rd, and that's supposedly what the riot was about. Don't know if Rittenhouse knew that was it about. I think people just thought that they were just burning buildings, and it was just overlap from Black Lives Matter just doing stuff. But anyway, with the unrest about that shooting, which is totally understandable, businesses had nothing to do with these shootings, and why people want to burn them all down, I don't understand. If you think about when you were a child, if your parents yelled at you, the less you heard, so the more racket you make, the less people hear. The riot just was a mass of buildings and cars burning. Bricks and bottles were thrown at police officers. They're kind of trying to intertwine Jacob Blake with Kyle Rittenhouse's incident, but Jacob Blake deserves his own story. He doesn't need it to be anywhere. He has his own story. He does not need it to be riding piggyback with Rittenhouse. His is a total separate entity. Bless him. Anyway, instead, jurors are being threatened. Their families are being threatened, and they're worried about losing their jobs and their family's safety and stuff. And I want to say this to them: do the right thing. Your families can be brought to safety. Jobs can be replaced. If your boss at your job wants to send an innocent young boy to jail for the rest of his life, then maybe you don't need to work there anyway. I mean, what are you working for? Demons? This case is larger than Kyle. You need to understand that it's not just this young man's life. It affects us all, because if we lose the right to protect our life and our families, then many of us are already dead. It's just a matter of time, and they will use this. If he is found guilty, then anytime anybody protects himself, they'll say, well, it was done on this, so they're gonna do it. That's just how it happens with the system. You got to realize the police can't be everywhere all the time. There's just not enough of them, and never will be enough of them. And not not to forget, not so long ago, people wanted to disbar, debunk them. Um, People need to realize not all police are bad, just like not all priests are bad. Um, if they become disbarred, what are we supposed to do? Just allow crime to run rampant? They've been running rampant in cities lately. People don't know what to do. Um, do we allow ourselves, our daughters, our sons, to be murdered, raped, tortured? Is that acceptable now? Have we lowered the bar to where this is okay? Um, the outcome of this case will determine the future of everyone's safety. When it comes to home invasions, being a victim of gang initiations, some gang member wants to be initiated, your life is part of his initiation. He's got to take it. And millions of other crimes that can happen to good people. These laws won't stop the criminals for coming for you and me. Our only hope is the right to defend ourselves. At least you can call the cops and report it rightfully. Or if we're all damned to be guilty for protecting our own, and the threat of facing life in prison is on the table, or the death penalty, then we're just gonna have to find a place to ditch a body, because I ain't gonna have somebody take my life, not without some kind of fight for it. I hope none of us has to go through all those horrible things, and all jokes aside, but you gotta realize the world's never gonna be safe. What I would like to see is Kyle found not guilty. His life has already changed. There's always going to be people that believe the opposite. They're probably going to have to move, go into, some kind of safe housing and all that stuff. I mean, he's not going to be the same. I'd like to see charges on Gage for attacks on the minor, and the prosecutor needs to be disbarred for being unethical and tampering with evidence. That's just my opinions, but they don't matter. I'm just a dumb sociologist and geographic information systems analysis. So anyhow, if you have a topic that you would like to discuss, just email me at madisonschildren@gmail.com. Thank you for watching Madison's Children, and please don't forget to like and subscribe just below the video. Thank you.